Hey guys, this is Gavin. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are going to be starting series number 2 on Forza 7, and this will be the V8 Supercars series. So remember, in the last series we drove the prototype group racers, and I'm not going to spoil who won the championship, just in case y'all want to go see that. I don't know if I spoiled who the champion was in the video that introduced this series. But yeah, today we're going to be starting the V8 Supercars Championship Series. So guess I don't have much to say. If you want to run down on all of the if y'all want a quick rundown on the cars, I will actually do that. So let me do that real quick. Okay. So, this is my car. I'll be driving the number 00 Ford Racing Team Ford Falcon FGX. I will try to see if I can find some other paint schemes of this car with the 00 number. Because I think that'd be cool. Yeah, and see if I can find some different paint schemes of this car. Next car, this is Barrett Sims. This is Angus Morris. Or no, God, hold on, let me just, here we go. This is Angus Morris. This is Connor Snelling. Hold on. This is Carissa Nasato. This is Terrell Saunders. This is Langdon Pagani. This is Corey Floyd. This is Daria Snelling. This is Oswald Snelling. This is Alexa Patterson. And this is Kurt Elliott. That's a quick rundown there of the drivers and cars. So I'm gonna get my car here. So today's race will be at Sebring. I think this would be a cool tradition to do for the rest of our Forza 7 series. I'm going to start at Sebring. So today we're going to be starting off the season once again at Sebring for the Sebring 31. This race is 1 mile longer than the season opener of PGR. So before you watch this video, depending on the length of it, it probably will be a longer-ish video. But again, I had a race that was like 36 minutes long. I don't know how, but yeah, get comfortable because this is the longest race of the season, which our season opener usually will be. This will be an 18-lap race. We will be running on the club circuit rather than the short circuit, which is what we ran in PGR. So we're going to be running the club circuit, and this will be at night once again. So with all that being said, yeah, welcome to the V8 Supercars series on Forza 7. So yeah, I have currently uploaded every video that I have recorded. So yeah, I haven't recorded in like the past week or so. So yeah, excuse me if I'm a little rusty. Anyways, let's get this started. 18 laps. Let's go. Alright, I'm not going to remember everyone's names off the bat, as we're going to be starting it from fourth here. Oh yeah, hold on, real quick. I kind of just threw these tracks on the schedule willy nilly. Thought, that sounds cool. We haven't raced there. Cool. Put that on there. But before, a couple days ago, I did go on here and test my car at all these tracks. And about all the tracks, a good amount of the tracks were a bit difficult, but I could easily see, but the car definitely worked there. There was only one track that didn't, and that was Yas Marina, because Yas Marina is just so tight, and these cars are so bulky that, yeah, we had to change Yas Marina. That will definitely be in our IndyCar series, which, unless y'all tell me otherwise, will most likely be our next series. Yeah, instead of Yas Marina, we're going to be going back to Silverstone and running the international circuit as our final race. But yeah, anyways, all that being said, here we go into turn 1 for the first lap of this series. And if we do a series, if our next series is a series with less cars than V8 supercars, which would be every single division I have written down except for early prototype racers, in that case I would do our next series does have less cars, then when it comes to the end of the season, if there's 8 cars in the next division that we're going to do, I will take out the 4 drivers that finish in the bottom 4 positions in points. They will be eliminated and will not move on to race in our next season. And I go on the grass here. That is a big mistake to start off the season with. As I have now, after starting 4th, I am now back in 9th. Yeah, for most of the series, unlike in PGR, I will be most of the time driving in 3rd person rather than 1st person. That's just because when if I'm driving open cockpit car, I will more likely than not drive in 1st person. I just feel like that helps me the best in those cars. But a car like this, yeah, we're more likely than not, we're going to be in 3rd person. Is this just going to be a running theme where I just do horribly at Sebring? I do think this race will be a little more entertaining than the Sebring race in PGR, but I don't know. God, I'm just not having good luck here. Alright. Let's see if I can regroup here and try to make my way and try to see if I can make some passes here. And quick note, I've never watched V8 Supercars, so I don't really know what kind of tracks these things race at. I know they race at, road courses. I don't know what type of road courses. Is it, do they race at the road courses that are like twisty and turny, or do they race at some of the road courses that are more like Watkins Glen, where there's not too many turns? Do they race at tracks more like Sonoma or Watkins Glen, is what I'm saying. I don't know, because I've never watched them. There's one thing I do know, I love the concept of these cars. They are amazing and I love them. If I didn't, I don't think I would have put them on here. I'm guessing, yeah, seems this Sebring race is going to play out much like the first one, where I'm just going to finish last again. Alright. Yeah, I already want this race to be over again. God, what is it? I just don't like these Sebring races. I do awful at them. In less than halfway through the race, I'm already in last. Maybe I'm just bad at day races or night races at Sebring. No, I think I'm just bad at Sebring in general. Alright. Look, this part of the track I've gotten down. I think this just seems like another situation like PGR, where they know the track better. I know the track. It's just that I'm making some mistakes while meanwhile they're making none. And like they know the track way better than me because they're AI. And they are programmed to know the track layout. Near flawlessly. Unlike me, where I'm just human. I'm just human. I am going to say this now. Actually, if you watch the introduction video, you should know this. But for those of you who didn't or may have just forgotten, most of the tracks on the schedule we did not race at in PGR. I bet you I think there's only like 3 tracks we revisit. Actually, maybe 4. I'd say, yeah, 4 of the 10, I think only like 4 of the 10 we revisit. Those are Sebring, Road Atlanta, Silverstone, and Lime Rock. The only reason I picked those 4 tracks is because they have different variations that definitely change the way the track is run. I mean, that's any time you change the arrangement of a track, but of the tracks that we had, those were the tracks I feel like had the biggest variance, and that weren't too long. I could have done one of the bigger variants of Suzuka. Huh. Now I know why these Sebring races aren't the most entertaining. It's because I'm never nearing one for me to comment, so I can't like ever commentate over the racing. It's just me talking to myself and talking to the camera because I'm just racing by myself because I'm never nearing one. So for my NASCAR fans out there, this is actually my first time recording actually at all this week. This week of Monday night. So Monday night was earlier this week. So for my NASCAR fans, what did y'all think of the championship race? And also, what did you think of the champion? Honestly, I didn't find the race really entertaining, like nearly at all. I just felt that, I mean, there were battles for the lead and for the championship lead, but those were more earlier in the race. But for like the last 150 to 100 laps, there was like no passes for the lead or the championship. And every week, I vote on the Iceberg's poll. Don't know who the Iceberg is? Look him up. He's a great NASCAR YouTuber. One of my personal favorites. Yeah, every week he does a poll on what everyone thought about the race. And on that race, I saw an overwhelming, great rating. Everyone thought the race was great. And again, I also think that is a big part of Chase Elliott winning it. I think that's the reason why that great ratio is so high, is because Chase Elliott won the championship and the race. I mean, I don't hate Chase Elliott, but he's not my driver. I mean, my driver's not in the sport. I was actually just really upset afterwards. I wanted a more exciting finish, but didn't get it. And there for like past like 50 laps, I was actually kind of rooting against Chase Elliott, which I can explain. So for like the entirety of this year, my dad, like after Larson got suspended, my dad, he found his new favorite driver, and it is Chase Elliott. Meanwhile, I'm a fan of Larson. So with Larson not being in sport, I'm like at least like once a month, I'm like, man, I wish I had a driver to root for. And every time he's like, root for Elliott. I'm like, no, he's not my driver. Now I have my reasons. I've always just seen him as a rival to Larson. Ever since Michigan, when Larson got his first career win, I've always just kind of seen Elliott as a rival to Larson. And a rival to your driver is kind of hard to root for. Like, I can imagine for the longest time, it'd be hard it might be a little difficult for a Jeff Gordon fan to root for Jimmy Johnson, and for a Jimmy Johnson fan to root for Jeff Gordon. For the longest time, they were rivals. Kind of felt like that same way with Larson and Elliott. I've always kind of just seen them as rivals. I mean, there was literally like 2 Michigan races in a row where Larson won the race and Chase Elliott finished second. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely see something going on here. And you even have the All-Star Open in 2017, where to win the race itself, Larson and Elliott were beating and banging, coming to the line. Have incidents like that, and run-ins that they've had that just make me see Elliott as a rival to Larson. So on that poll, I rated the race about an average or below average, I think. Just thought it was an alright, okay race. Boring for like the last, I'd say that definitely say like the last half of the third stage was boring. And even with how I feel now, I still don't change my mind about that. I still think that last half of the third stage was boring as all get out. Then again, you also had, like this weekend, I tried to watch alternate races, but I forgot about the Truck Series race. So I'm comparing the Cup Series race to the race I watched the day before, the Xfinity race. And the Xfinity race I loved to death. Like almost constant battling for the lead. Like every restart, Justin Allgaier would get a big run because he had a very good short run car. But about 15 laps later, you'd have Austin Cindric start to run him down. Like, there was that constant tension. Meanwhile, I'm about to get lapped here. Anyways, the Xfinity race I really loved. I mean, that is Kurt Elliott in first place. Let me check. Number 97. Yep, that's Kurt Elliott. Anyways, So about that entire time, after the race, I was comparing the Cup Series race to the Xfinity race. And yeah, I don't think. My opinion, what I look at it is, if the Xfinity Series wins an Olympic gold medal, then the Cup Series race gets a participation trophy. I mean, I just don't think the Cup Series race came anywhere close to being nearly as good as the the Xfinity race. But anyways, that's just me. So on the Iceberg's poll, I put it as an average or below average. But then a couple days later, he made a video saying how big Chase Elliott's championship was. And watching that video really kind of changed my mind a little bit. Not about the race at all, but just Chase Elliott winning the championship. Because my dad trying to just push Chase Elliott onto me. It's just like, no, stop. Every time you tell me to root for Chase Elliott, makes me hate him more and more. That video, the Icebergs video, is really what I needed. Because it helped kind of helped me realize things. That I shouldn't be hating on Chase Elliott. I hate how my dad tries to push Chase Elliott onto me, which, that's not going to stop happening. If he keeps telling me to try to root for Chase Elliott, I'm going to say no and just walk away. Looks like me, I'm just holding them up. Oh, they already finished the race. I was about to let them go by, but never mind. They already finished the race. So Kurt Elliott, I think. Yes, Kurt Elliott is your winner here at Sebring. Meanwhile, I have still yet to finish this race, and the leader is literally on my butt right now. But yeah, let me finish what I was saying. But after watching that video, he talked about how, alright, Kurt Elliott just puts me in the wall. But after watching that race, it put a lot of things into perspective for me, like how he sees Chase Elliott's championship as the start of the youth movement, which I can definitely see. So that video I really needed. Before that, I was just the thought of Chase Elliott winning the championship made me die a little on the inside. But now I understand. Just things that have happened in my personal life with just every race, me being told to root for Chase Elliott, it kind of just got in the way of that. Overall, I think Chase Elliott is a great champion. Did he deserve it as much as some of the other drivers? I don't think so. I think Hamlin and Kevin Harvick would have been a little more deserving champions, just with how much wins they've had this season. But Chase Elliott is still a deserving champion. So, before I wrap this video, I'm going to stop talking now. And I'm going to write down the finishing results and the point standings after the first race in the V8 Supercar Series. Alright guys, so I know y'all are not used to seeing the screen, but I ran into a little bit of issues with for the cars of the 322s that we have, I wrote down W for Walkinshaw, HRT for HRT, and H for Holden, because those are each the first word in the title of the car. The thing with that is, in the finishing results for the races, it just says the year number of the car. And the 322s we have, one is from 2015, one is from 2016, and the other is from 2017. So, for the finishing results, when I was writing down the finishing results, I left the 22s blank. I wrote the number, and then next to it, I wrote the year number. And so, after the race, I went through all of the stuff, getting my money. Then I went to the cars themselves. I looked at the cars, then wrote which year next to the letter or word I assigned to it, so I could properly do this, which I have done, so no worries there. That's just something I'm going to have to remember and look out for. And if I can't remember, I still have a sheet of paper right here that tells me who is who. So, I'm gonna read out your finishing result. So, winning the first race of the season, at Sebring and PGR, he finished second, but this time he gets the win. Kurt Elliott is your winner here at Sebring. And for points, I'm doing 12 gets 1 point, and first gets 12 points plus 5 bonus points for winning the race. So there's that much more incentive of actually winning the race. And just so winning means more. Means a little more. I'm not trying to make it like playoffs, winning you're in. No, I'm just trying to make it more incentivized to actually want to win. Because if I didn't give bonus points for winning the race, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind finishing second as much if there wasn't that bonus points. Anyways, finishing second is number 5 of Barrett Sims. Finishing third is Connor Snelling. Finishing fourth is Daria Snelling. And finishing fifth is Oswald Snelling. Those 3 siblings finishing all together in order from youngest to oldest, with Daria just being in the middle there. So finishing 6th is Angus Morris. Finishing 7th is Corey Floyd. Finishing 8th is Langdon Pagani. Finishing 9th is Lexa Patterson. Finishing 10th is Terrell Saunders. Finishing 11th is Carissa Nasato. Finishing 12th is me. Once again, I finished last at Sebring. So, yeah. That's 2 series in a row where I get destroyed by Sebring. Anyways, now moving on to points. Points are going to be in the same order. Last in points with 1 point is me. 11th with 2 points is Carissa Sato. 10th with 3 points is Terrell Saunders. 9th with 4 points is Alexa Patterson. 8th with 5 points is Langdon Pagani. 7th with 6 points is Corey Floyd. 6th with 7 points is Angus Morris. 5th with 8 points is Oswald Snelling. 4th with 9 points is Daria Snelling. 3rd with 10 points is Connor Snelling. 2nd with 11 points is Barrett Sims. And 1st with 17 points is Kurt Elliott. So this is the highest those 4 of these drivers are finished. Barrett Sims, Connor Snelling, Daria Snelling, and Oswald Snelling. Well, I should say Barrett Sims, Daria Snelling, and Oswald Snelling. Never in PGR did they ever crack like the top 5 in points. But here they are after the first race. 2nd, 4th, and 5th, with Connor Snelling, one of the newcomers, in 3rd in points after the first race. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. I don't want to keep this one going too long, but yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time for the V8 Supercars PGR for the V8 Supercars Forza 7 series.